Hey everyone, this is Jill Keller from Creating Us blog, and I have a new video for you featuring some crepe paper items that I had received in a kit from Gossamer Blue. I believe these were the September kits that included the Crepe Paper Wonder collection. So I am starting with a black and white photo, and I wanted to make this a bright and cheery and colorful layout because this was a very happy moment for my husband and I. We had sold our starter home and we were getting ready to move into our new home. This is a piece of basil cardstock that has a pretty good layer of white gesso over the top. And then I am taking some Shimmerz Dazzlers, and this is like a texture paste. If you have worked with texture paste from Ranger, this is a pretty similar consistency. The thing is, this has already got a color to it and it's super shimmery. So when it dries, it really reflects the light. This is a beautiful color. I just recently discovered these Shimmerz products, and I have to say I'm hooked. And I go through their website at least once or twice a week and dream about all of the products that I feel I need to own. That's how much I like their stuff. I also have some of their little, um, they're like watercolor paints, but they also have that same shimmer and shine to them. I have 3 colors of those, and wow, totally hooked. I feel like now I can get rid of my watercolors if I could just have every color of that Shimmerz product. Anyway, I digress. Okay, so I'm using 3 colors. I don't know the color names right off the top of my head, but it's kind of a corally, peachy color. It's a really pretty pale aqua blue, a yellow, and that yellow has a bit of zip to it. It's kind of bright, and then also this pink, which the name of that one I do remember is Tutti Frutti. But as you can see as I'm applying them, they spread very easily. They are super easy to work with. Um, just love these products. Love them. I also like the girls they have on their design team. Missy Whidden and Irit Landgraf are 2 of them that I follow, and I am very inspired by the work that both of them do, so you should check them out. They both have really great YouTube channels. Okay, so moving on to creating my layers for my photo. This is a little trick I caught from watching some of Missy's videos where she uses tissue paper behind the photo to create another layer. And I like that because it gives your your layout some texture. And it makes, I don't know, I feel like it just helps the photo to stand out. In this case, I'm using a black and white photo against a lot of color, so the photo is going to pop against that. If I were using a photo that was in color on this layout, it might blend in a little bit. It might not stand out as much as the black and white would, and so adding this layer of tissue paper, or you could use vellum. I like to use vellum a lot too. It just really makes the photo pop, gives more texture and another layer, and I like the layers and I like the texture and I just like everything. So, okay, so I'm taking some of these 6x6 papers from Crepe Paper Wonder, and I'm matting my photo with those. So here is the paper pad, and I really liked this line. It spoke to me on a lot of levels. It's great for kiddos. It could be great for babies. I like the words they used. I like the colors. Um, I'm not always a fan of that kind of coral color, but for some reason in this line it really stood out and I liked it. I like that they have pops of black in this line. So this was a great collection from Crepe Paper, one that I really loved. I am sorry I'm a little off frame. I am in the process of trying to figure out what is the best position for my camera when I'm trying to film process videos like this. So what I'm doing is angle cutting the ends of those paper strips so they look a little bit like a banner. And I just used my tiny attacher and stapled them. And here I'm taking one of the cut apart sheets and I'm pulling out the ones that I think are relevant to my page. For example, the number 3. Our family is a family of 3, so 3s are big at my house. Currently, my kiddo's also 3, but she's getting close to 4. That makes me sad a little bit. Anyways, so I'm pulling off that little bird, the word adventure, which I think I don't use. Definitely the little icon with the smile. Um, F is for fun, be happy. And what I'm doing is just kind of while I let the Shimmerz products dry on my page, I'm just kind of pre-arranging how I want things. So I decided to go ahead and use the green floral, and I'm using a square punch to give me a V notch or a banner notch at the end. And so that one is going to go on that side. So right now for my layers, I've got the house's paper, which is relevant because this is about selling our house. And then the other 3 papers I chose are just accents, the black, the coral, and then the floral. So I took my heat gun to that product there on the back, that Shimmerz Dazzlers, and I want to say that what I like about this Shimmerz over maybe another texture paste is this doesn't bubble up when you take the heat gun to it. It does not react at all to the heat gun. I've had other pastes in the past that kind of bubble and blister, and while that's cool, that's not what I wanted on this layout at all. So again, another reason why I love the Shimmerz. And what I've done is I've applied my little photo area, and now I'm trying to figure out how to embellish. I took a 1-inch circle punch to the Be Happy and also to the little bird icon and punched those out. And now I'm trying to figure out where to put some of these cardstock, chipboard elements that are also from the Crate Paper line. The Choose Joy is from Pink Fresh Happy Things collection. So I'm adhering things down here and there. I really wanted to include those little cut apart icons because they're relevant to my page. The smile, we're just cheesing like crazy in this photo. The F is for fun, be happy, adventure. We're getting ready to start a new adventure, moving into this new house, well, new to us. And then what I end up doing is using a circle punch on that 3 card as well, the little 3 cut apart, because I couldn't get it to fit in quite how I wanted it to. So there I am using the circle punch, and that's a 1-inch punch. And trying to figure out where do I want this little guy, and I wanted everything close in that photo area. I wanted, it's kind of a little bit off center, my whole layout, which is fine. I like the white space, but I really wanted to keep the embellishments all close around that same area. So now I'm going through a Fancy Pants tags package, and this was also in those same kits from Gossamer Blue. And I'm debating where I want to put, excuse me, a few little extra elements. I wanted a little bit more black, and so that's why I was choosing the tags that I chose. They are a craft tag with a black accent. So I have to remove that chipboard piece to get that little tag in there, but I wanted more layers, and here in a second you're going to see me add another aspect of gold to balance out the adventure chipboard piece. When I'm doing my layouts, I like to balance. If I add something like the craft and black tag on the left, I want to add something of a similar color on the right. Or if I'm embellishing top to bottom, so to speak, if I add a piece on the top that's gold, I want to make sure I repeat that gold element towards the bottom of the page. To my eye, that's just what looks best. So I am using that gold foil heart, which was also in that little Fancy Pants die cuts package, and that is going to balance out my gold there on the left side. So to my eye, this looks pretty much done. I have the title on, I have balance between the colors on the page. Like for example, I have the black pattern paper on the left, and then I have the black title more to the right. And then here I am, I'm going to add some pencil lines on my layout to do my journaling. This is kind of new to me. I used to just wing it, but I always, when I write, I have a tendency to write up. So as I get towards the end of my line, it's further up on the page. I don't know if any of you guys have that trouble. Anyway, so I'm going to use a pretty new Heidi Swapp date stamp. I really like this stamp because the month is like a handwritten font, and then you've got the day and the year in just a plain font. That was in a Gossamer Blue kit for January, and I'm very pleased. That was probably one of my favorite items from the kit. And I used archival ink because I have layers of mixed media on this page with the gesso and the dazzlers, and archival ink works really great when you're doing mixed media. And I'm using a plain old ultra fine point Sharpie, my absolute favorite pen of all time. Love them in every color, although for scrapbook pages I tend to always use black. Just so you know, when you use a pencil on top of gesso, your hand can smear it very easily. So that's why I was erasing there. And I am going to add a little bit of Heidi Swapp Color Shine in black. I think it's black velvet. And my layout will be completed. I like to go and try to cover up the pencil lines as best I can. These aren't perfectly straight lines. I don't worry about that kind of stuff. So I'm covering up the photo area so I can add the Heidi Swapp, and that will complete the layout. So I hope you have enjoyed this video, and I appreciate you watching. If you give me a thumbs up, I would deeply appreciate it. And I hope you have a fabulous day. Thanks for watching.